afterwards.
Oh, yes.
Just a minute. Luckily, I think I'm getting the line. Yeah, got it. Good. Congrats. Now, your interview is on tomorrow,
Yes, so tomorrow shift one.
morning or afternoon?
Morning, sir, first shift.
Congrats. Now, you are from which city?
I am from Indore, Madhya Pradesh.
Oh, correct, correct. We have discussed Indore, Madhya
Yes.
Pradesh. Correct. Now, this candidate was asked questions like this. And yeah, first, introduce yourself. Hello.
Yes, sir.
First, I know you may find it repetitive, but in a real interview, it normally goes. Today also, they have asked him to introduce himself. Please tell.
As you know, my name is Shubham Pandey.
Yeah.
I completed my chartered accountancy in November 2019. And, currently, I am working as a relationship manager in HDFC Bank in their working capital department.
Oh, correct, correct, correct.
And
You are now working in HDFC um, marketing relationship manager, no?
yes, sir.
Yeah. Your chartered accountancy is direct CA or
Direct CA, sir.
yeah,
Straight away after,
about this we discussed for 5 minutes. Yeah, yesterday. Yeah, it's interesting, interesting. In fact, some candidate was asking yesterday about joining for foundation course and all. So I was recollecting about you only. Yeah.
no.
Now tell me, what is the nature of work you are doing in your organization?
Sir, I have been allotted a portfolio worth 100 crores.
Oh,
I have to handle 22 clients. Average exposure is 5 crore
yeah.
per client. Apart from that, I have to make 12 new acquisition every year.
Hmm.
Uh,
12
one,
new 12 new acquisitions.
12 new acquisition and each one more than 1 crore exposure.
A new acquisition means you are supposed to canvas, or as and when it comes, you retain it.
I have to generate the lead and I have to convince him to take exposure from my bank.
अरे भाई ओ ये भी करना है
ये भी करना है.
अच्छा 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 अच्छा
Then the bosses to support.
What is the way you do that? You have to contact people through email, phone, and only that way, or are you a member of some Lions Club and all that?
So, firstly, there are actually 2-3 methods.
Hmm.
We have a portfolio of 22 existing clients. So, we take data of 5 major buyer and supplier from them.
Hmm.
So, there is at least 220 people.
Hmm.
So, we have to convert only 12. So, it is not
Super, 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 super point. That is, with the existing customers, you get to know their clients, and through them, you try to make their customership for you, clientship for you, good, so that you can advance them.
Also there is a software Pro 42
Hmm.
where we find it is easy to find the data of existing customers of other banks.
Oh, acha.
So
But then the switch over, can an existing customer now switch over to another bank without?
if we offer better interest rates and better services, mostly we convert clients customers of public sector banks. They are not happy with the services provided by them.
But their interest rate must be considerably lower than yours.
No, sir, actually are except SBI, I do not find any competition in the market with other banks.
As far as the interest rate is concerned.
Yeah, yeah.
Acha.
HDFC Bank's MCLR in their working capital department is lowest, I think.
Oh, good. Excellent. So, why do you want to come to FCI?
Actually, I want financial stability.
Hmm.
Apart from that, the respect associated with a regulator is more
Hmm.
than what currently I am pursuing.
Hmm.
And the kind of work FCI did in lockdown,
Hmm.
like entire Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana
Hmm.
was dependent upon FCI.
Hmm.
So the kind of work it did, it was really inspiring.
Hmm. Good.
So all factors.
You know what happened during that time? How the system was functioning? How the FCI was able to help people?
FCI, sir, there were more than the quota which people are getting, the amount of food grains,
Hmm.
it actually got doubled during the lockdown.
Oh, good.
And more than 180 million beneficiaries were there. I studied in a newspaper.
Nearly 80 crore.
80 crore.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
80 crore people avail the facility out of the total of 137 or 38 crore population.
So more than 60%.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good percentage.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is really uh, that has been possible because of the buffer stock the FCI has been maintaining.
Yes, sir. And
But
one of the objective of FCI is to maintain buffer stock, sir.
yeah, and what is the vision of FCI?
To ensure food security for the citizens of the country.
Correct. Good. You are a chartered accountant.
Yes, sir.
After leaving all your accountancy, auditing, and all, why are you coming to us, or why are you with HDFC? Is it not good to do auditing, then say chartered accountancy, whatever it is? इधर में क्या आपको फायदा पड़ता है?
Sir, in banking, I am, first of all, sir, I am highly adaptive. I can
Yeah.
adapt to any organization and any work.
Hmm.
And variation is important, sir. I did auditing and everything for in my articleship.
Hmm.
I wanted to try something new, so I came to bank.
Hmm.
I had option to join their credit department, but I chose the marketing department.
Hmm. Hmm.
I
Good.
wanted to interact with more people.
Hmm.
One thing I have learned all these years is networking is very important.
No, you said I had option to join credit department. Does it
Yeah.
mean you are not making credit assessment here?
Primary assessment we make here, but
Uh,
ultimate assessment is done by the credit department.
Oh, some other department.
Yes, sir.
They finalize and sanction it.
They finalize the case.
What are the criterias they have in mind while deciding about granting such new credit proposals?
There are basically various methods of the working capital.
Hmm.
If the exposure is less than 5 crore,
Hmm.
they follow the turnover method.
Hmm.
And when the exposure is more than 5 crore, they follow MPBF method.
Hmm. Maximum permissible bank finance. Yeah, yeah.
So in MPBF method, they look at the current assets and the current liabilities,
Hmm.
and they fund 75% of the current assets minus current liability. That is working capital gap.
Hmm.
The 75% funding they do.
Correct.
Apart from that, there are various other things that they look in a proposal,
Hmm.
like whether the customer, say RBI doesn't allow current accounts and CC accounts from different banks, two different banks.
Now, I think they have deferred that to October month or so. Na? They said they should not be in two different banks. They were about to implement it by the end of July. I think it has been postponed to some October or so.
Yes, so before October, we have to either convince our customers to close their other bank current
But
account.
the practical reason for that is this: the existing credit accounts with the banks, they are overdue or some arrears are due. And amidst that condition, if the customer is going to deposit his check, the bank will take exercise lien and take away the money. And when they do that, they will be running out of working capital. And in order to overcome this situation only, customers are opening account in number two bank and then putting the check there, withdrawing it through that.
Yes, sir.
That is the situation. But
Mm.
this has been there right from the days I was there in the bank 40 years ago. This is
Oh,
nothing new, but now the situation is more worse because of the practical problems involved in this corona situation.
yes, sir.
So this is the thing, and I am really not so happy with the RBI implementing it at this stage when the entire community, business community is shaking. But of course, the problem why they are doing like this is if they don't do this, the existing credit accounts will become NPA,
Yes, sir.
and the incentive for becoming an NPA will be more if they are permitted freely to go to other banks.
Mm. Yes,
So the ultimate solution for this is to bring the account details onto your registry so that when a bank wants to open an account, they will verify that just as we verify encumbrance certificate for properties. Like that verify करने का बाद में account खोलेगा नहीं खोलेगा decide करना है. फिर भी कोई manager out of his adventurous attitude, he is purposely opening the account, nothing can be done. Or we should take a, are we not taking a letter that they will not jump over to another bank?
we are taking a little, sir. We actually monitor that. Regularly monitor that if it is he is opening a account in other bank, then his limit gets dropped.
Oh, acha, you will get the account stopped, but before that you would have withdrawn all the money. Correct?
Correct.
Because um, a thief has all the time before him to commit the crime, whereas the people who are affected by it are not having much time at their disposal. Anyhow, we should not call people as thieves, but this is the situation. Anyhow, that's okay. We will keep it aside like that. And I'll ask a question they asked today. What are reserves? What are provisions? And how do they show or shown in the books of accounts?
So reserves is something that is made out of profits only.
Okay.
And provisions are there to meet some specific liability or contingency.
Mm.
Reserves is shown in the liability side of the balance sheet,
Mm.
and provisions either they are shown in the liability side or they may be adjusted from the asset, respective asset. Like
Mm.
provision for doubtful debt, it can be deducted from debtors, and then net debtors will be shown.
Is it necessary to make reserves and provisions?
No. Reserves not necessary. Provisions like provision for income tax. Sometimes it is legally required.
Mm.
Reserves, there are certain statutory reserves. Like while companies are amalgamating, they need to create some amalgamation reserve.
Mm.
So certain statutory reserves are mandatory.
Is provision for depreciation a reserve?
Provision for depreciation is not
Mm.
it is not a reserve, sir, because it is there to, it is corresponding to a certain expenditure, which is so it is not in the nature of reserve.
Mm. Mm-mm. Yeah. No, 1 minute. 1 minute. Mm.
And we need to provide depreciation even when there is not profit.
Mm. Even though there is no profit, you have to provide. Is provision for depreciation reserve answer given? Examples of provision for depreciation assets, provision for repairs and renewal assets, provision for taxation, provision for discount on debtors, provision for bad and doubtful debts. Reserves are the amount set aside for profits. But I don't get the answer whether it is a must. Is provision a reserve or not? Is provision for depreciation is provision or a reserve?
It is a provision, sir.
It is a provision only. Good.
Yeah.
You told that very nicely. Good. Can you tell me about how many types of depreciations are there? I know only two. Are there three or more are there, or what is it?
In accounting standard, there are two reserves, two methods for depreciation: WDV and SLM.
Oh. Don't use abbreviations. Tell them fully. What is there? What are they?
Written down value method and straight line method.
Okay. Which one do you recommend?
Depends upon the kind of industry which is applying. Say in electricity and discoms, the Income Tax Act allows them to use a straight line method.
Hmm.
So I recommend a straight line method to them.
Hmm.
Others recommend WDV.
Hmm. Yeah. And here I find under the reserve itself, there are different types of reserves. Are you aware of them? For example, general reserve or revenue reserves, specific reserves, capital reserves, like that. All this is, to be honest, they are all +2 notes.
Mhm.
Yeah, everything is +2 notes. CBSE guide, mycbseguide.com.
I'm aware of the reserves.
Yeah, you are aware of them. Good. Excellent. Now, let me come to other questions. Can you tell me what are the ratios you are very familiar, very happy about talking? What are those ratios?
So interest coverage ratio and debt service coverage ratio.
Okay. Can you tell me about the interest coverage ratio?
The interest coverage ratio is a ratio which determines how many times the profit of an entity covers its interest.
Hmm.
The formula is profit upon interest,
Hmm.
and more the interest coverage ratio, more the banks are comfortable to
No,
fund.
no, 1 minute. What is the ratio you said?
Interest coverage.
Interest coverage ratio.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, interest coverage ratio formula. It is given.
Profit.
Investopedia says what is
That
the 1 minute? What interest coverage ratio is a ratio of debt and profitability ratio is determine how easily a company can pay interest. What is the formula? Tell me.
PBDIT upon interest.
Upon interest.
Yes, sir. Profit before depreciation, interest,
Oh.
and
Yeah, profit before depreciation divided by
profit before depreciation, interest, and tax
divided by interest.
divided by interest.
Oh. Acha. Interest coverage ratio. EBIT divided by good. What is EBIT? You said something. Earnings before?
Interest and tax, sir.
Okay, good. So what is the number you recommend? How
Two
much?
is at least two. The minimum industry average is two.
Mhm.
More than two is recommended. Less than two is we need to monitor it more carefully.
Yeah, excellent. What is the next ratio you said? Another one? Debt service coverage.
Debt service coverage ratio.
Both are same, not this one and that one.
No, sir. Debt service coverage ratio. In interest coverage ratio, we only see how many times interest is covered by the profit.
Mm.
In the working capital, we verify interest coverage ratio because in working capital there is no EMI payment, only interest is recovered.
Mhm.
But in term loans, EMI that consists of both principal and interest.
Mhm.
That is
Okay,
there. So entire debt should be covered.
excellent. Now, this question, I don't know what is the answer for this. Um, what are the problems faced by FCI?
Problems.
No, no, I think you must have seen this question in the Telegram group or so. I have already posted this. But are you aware of what can be told as the problems faced by FCI?
Storage is a big problem.
Okay.
There are not sufficient warehouses. I've seen various open granaries kept in open,
Hmm. Being
and
exposed to rain and all that.
yeah, and spoilage is a problem.
Hmm. Oh,
Um,
here I find when I put google.com problems faced by FCI, safe storage of food grains procured is the biggest problem faced by FCI. That's what you also said.
yes, sir.
Yeah, that is the biggest problem. Then, apart
And
from that, uh,
infrared, yes.
pilferage and problems while being transported,
Uh,
that can be there, na?
yes, sir.
Um,
Health
yeah,
delivery, the transportation.
yeah. With stocks piling up, FCI is in deep trouble. This has
Rising petrol prices is also a trouble, sir. They are incurring huge transportation costs now.
Yeah, of course, what you said is 100% correct. It is only mainly what is that storage problem.
Yes.
Storage is the main problem given. Then another points they have given is optimization, scheduling, storage, price controls is another link I am giving you in our telegram in our say video so that if you get it you can also read that. This I find under firstpost.com.
Okay.
Firstpost.com.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
then you
Okay.
can see that. Good. That's okay. Fine. Because normally I am used to questions, problems faced by farmers. That is okay. But this is a problem faced by FCI. And after asking that, they asked, how do you resolve this issue? So that is okay. Now,
Yes, sir.
what is the latest changes that have happened in respect of taxation as announced by our finance minister recently, about within a week?
In income tax,
Yeah, in corporate tax.
corporate tax, I am not aware about the amendment. So
It,
there
retrospective tax has been withdrawn.
okay, sir. Retrospective tax, the Cairn Energy and the Vodafone case.
That has been
Income tax.
withdrawn. Na?
Yes,
Say
sir.
earlier that Vodafone and Cairn, these two
Uh,
companies were charged with effect from back date for the profits made by them at the time
Indian
of
government
acquisition. Now
lost the case
that has
that
been withdrawn because
yeah,
in both the cases India lost.
yeah, sir.
We have gone on appeal, but still we are going to refund 7,800 crores to Cairn Energy. No, if we are not going to repay, what they were attempting to do is that they were about to attach the properties of our government and foreign.
Yes, sir. And it anyways discourages the foreign investors to invest in India.
Yeah, you can't be deciding about with retrospective. That's a problem. That's
Yeah.
and similarly, another new concept has come. I'm sure you, unless you have read it, you may not know. That is monetization of assets. Have you heard about this?
Yes, sir. I heard it. Power Grid is a company where government is planning to monetize the assets.
What is that? Government is trying to.
Government is trying to sell the assets.
Sell the assets. No, 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 no. That is not the thing. Here, the government wants to utilize the unutilized assets. They want to give it on rental basis to private parties for a period of 4 years or 5 years. And after the period is ended, it will be taken back from them. Okay.
Okay.
So this they say this will be really helpful for the government to increase their revenue. There are,
Yes, sir.
it seems, so many assets which are lying underutilized or unutilized, so that they want to make it into utilized.
So
What?
basically, they are renting out their properties.
Correct.
And is there any other way of monetizing?
Renting and leasing.
Okay.
Renting and leasing. Monetizing means not selling. Selling is a different proposition. Without losing the assets, you are going to raise money out of it. I hope you understand. Yeah. Are you aware? Do you remember? Are you in touch with Income Tax Act?
Not very much.
Okay, then I will not ask. Tell me, are you aware? Are you comfortable with GST?
Yes, sir. With GST.
Tell me something about GST. What is GST? Who is paying GST? To whom he is paying GST? What is the rate of GST? Why GST? What are the returns to be submitted? Like that. Please tell me briefly in about 2 minutes.
GST it merges basically various indirect taxes. Earlier there was service tax, excise duty, sales tax, VAT, but with GST they have merged all the taxes so that the credit of various taxes can be interchangeably used. And it has also increased the transparency in the business. And there are various rates, mostly 2%, 5%, 12%, 18%, 28%. Not 2%, 5%, 12%, 18 and 28%. They're the mostly used rates. Other zero rated supplies. GST is charged on various direct and indirect supplies. And also, since we are in the transition phase, it is causing a lot of trouble to the businessmen also, sir.
That's right. Now, by chance, tell me what are the returns?
The GSTR 1 is firstly outward supplies return. GSTR. Then GSTR 2A is auto populated. Based on which in businessman takes the credit of the input tax. Then the final return is GSTR 3B. And the due date for all these returns are 10th of the next month for GSTR 1. Then 10th
or 20th?
The 10th of the next month is for GSTR 1 and 20th for GSTR 3B.
Oh, I don't know. Because the previous participant was telling some date as 20th of the next month. That's why I asked. Good. Yeah, you please revise it if necessary. Tomorrow is the interview. Arey bhai. Abhi kahan hai samay? You are now in Gurugram?
Yes, sir.
How is the climate?
It is humid and hot.
Oh, humid. So you are in an air-conditioned room or ordinary room?
In an AC room, sir.
AC room. Achha. Good, good, good. Very good. Achha. You are from Madhya Pradesh.
Yes, sir.
They ask such questions. Madhya Pradesh, tell me about the agriculture position of agriculture in Madhya Pradesh. This type of open question for a chartered accountant, what do they expect out of this? I don't know.
Madhya Pradesh is, so mostly it is an agrarian based economy. second largest, second highest wheat production recorded in India in Madhya Pradesh, and highest soya bean production.
Oh, good. If you can have the data about that, there is nothing like that.
And also there are various districts where sugarcane is also produced
Mm.
and sufficient to for the consumption of MP only.
You have sugar factories in MP itself?
Yes, sir. In few districts like Narsingpur
Mm.
is a
Excellent. Now, Madhya Pradesh, Food Corporation of India. Is there any separate website for them?
no, sir.
Because it seems a candidate was asked about Kerala FCI website. Have you gone through that? Like that? It's okay, doesn't matter. And he was
There is
asked,
a there
yeah.
is a list of FCI depot in Madhya Pradesh.
How many depots are there? What is the storage limit?
Storage FCI owned godowns.
Yeah, only 5 hours before this question was asked.
FCI owned godowns.
No, no. In Madhya Pradesh, how many
Yes,
depots are there? Okay.
not exactly
How
aware
many
of that.
FCI open depot? Whatever you can see in the website.
Number of godowns owned by FCI is 25.
And what is the storage limit of them?
3,37,420 metric ton.
Something like that. ये data आपका पास होना चाहिए.
Okay.
Good. You instead of telling I don't know, you told it correctly. It seems they asked this question. What are the exceptional items you will find in a financial statement? You will see in a financial statement.
There,
Exceptional items you will see in a financial statement.
in the cash flow statement of FCI,
Mm. Not
there are
and don't not necessarily FCI. Generally in financial statements, what are the exceptional items you will refer? It applies to all balance sheets. I am not, that candidate also did not tell me the answer, but this was asked, it seems.
so very recently I have gone through a balance sheet of a businessman who is into the business of sand mining.
Mm.
So he has an inventory, the inventory of approximately 10 crore,
Mm.
but it was not appearing under the head of inventory. It was appearing under the head royalty paid in advance.
Oh, so wrong classification.
Now, it is a general practice in that business.
Oh,
And in FCI, if you go through the cash flow statement of FCI, there is this negative inventories and yes, sir, definitely.
what is the difference between marginal costing and absorption costing?
A marginal costing calculates the cost of every additional unit produced.
Okay. Absorption costing?
Absorption costing,
Have you not heard about it?
I have heard about it. I cannot
Remember,
put it into.
it refers to a method of costing to account for all the costs of manufacturing.
In marginal costing, it only
The material labor used in production, like that it goes. It is there in cleartax.in. Note कर लीजिए.
Now I can express.
Note कर लीजिए. अभी बोलिए. Why I want you to sell so that I will remember something. Yeah.
In absorption costing, it is written, or in absorption costing, they calculate both direct and indirect costs.
Mm.
But in In marginal costing, they calculate only the direct cost that is directly incurred to produce an extra unit.
हम्म। अच्छा, what is this word बाबा? को ओपटिशन ऐसा कुछ सुना है आपने पहले COOPETITION is the combination of competition as well as cooperation between companies. Co-opetition अरे भाई पहले बार सुनते हो, आपने पहले सुना है?
Collaboration between business competitors.
Yeah, सुना है. Very good. First class Baba. What is an annual report of a company?
What is annual report?
Annual report. What does the annual report tells us?
Annual report, the financials, the audit report is included in the annual report. It is a comprehensive report of company's activities throughout the year. We have a board report included in that. We have audit report included in that. All the financials is included in that. The future planning of company is there. Everything that is useful to the stakeholders, all the stakeholders of the company is incorporated in the annual report.
Can you tell me what is NII?
MII.
NII.
Not aware, sir.
Net interest income.
Net interest income. Okay.
What is that?
It is the interest received minus interest payable.
Correct. Excellent. What is year on year?
We are basically comparing 2 years. When
yeah, you have the point. Good. You have been able to tell me answer for that question also. Very nice. Do you have any questions? Are you aware of section 44 AB?
Income tax, yes sir. It is about presumptive taxation. No, it's about tax audit.
Oh, then what is the present provision of TDS? Are we to deduct 10% or 7.5%?
7.5% was during the COVID, 9 months of COVID. Now it is 10%.
Achha, thank you. Very clear answer. I wasn't clear about this.
But 10% is not the rate of TDS in every section. There are various sections in TDS.
Achha.
So there are different rates. Somewhere it is 5%, 1%, 10%.
Achha. So for example, for us, as guest faculty, whatever is paid, they deduct 10% out of that.
It is a professional fees. There is section 194J.
In some cases, when we have bank deposits, say over 40,000 rupees, interest, it is taxed.
Yeah, sir. There also TDS rate is 10%.
What is the rate of deduction in respect of SB interest?
SB? FD.
Savings bank.
Savings bank is 10%. If the amount exceeds 40,000, then rate of TDS is 10%.
Is savings bank interest also taken into account?
Yes, sir.
Sure. I'm so doubt what I.
If the total income doesn't exceed the basic chargeable amount, then there is a form 15G or 15H.
That is all I know. That I know. In case of fixed deposits only, Baba. Not on SB account. Wherever I find on the Google, it says only income tax on bank fixed deposit, income tax on savings account, savings bank interest. ये तो foreign का, हम लोग का नहीं है. Income tax almost. Okay. It is income tax also is there. Section TTA, 80 TTA is there with us, or it's some other countries?
ATTTA.
हाँ, ऐसा तो कुछ नहीं ना, हम लोग का नहीं, ये दूसरा कंट्री का होगा.
हो सकता है सर.
No, no, you are from bank. Are you sure savings bank interest is taxable when he is going to get more than 40,000 interest?
FD interest is taxable.
Ah, not savings, not savings account. Savings में जितना भी होगा आप ले लीजिए, क्योंकि उधर तो आप कम इंटरेस्ट देते.
And it is exempt, sir.
Yeah. So sometimes we get confused like this. Anyhow, you are a mixture of banker come auditor. I will call you bank auditor, na? Banditor.
We will.
I will remove that word letter K. You are a banditor.
Like
Best wishes. You are knowing things very well. No problem. I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, sir.
Do you have any questions?
No, sir. I don't have.
What is your father?
My father is a senior executive in Coal India, sir. I told you.
Oh, you told me. Yeah. I forget. Ajay, again, if I call you for 8:30 interview, I will ask you certain things because I'm forget.
You are interacting with so many.
ज्यादा रखते नहीं है, मन में ज्यादा रखते नहीं है. कोई बात नहीं. अच्छा, what are your siblings?
I have one elder sister. She is married. She is a teacher.
अच्छा, how do you think yourself to be after 10 years in FCI?
I see myself as a GM.
Correct. Good. Very good. Reasonable expectation.
Yes.
Best wishes. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, sir.